everyone. How are you today? Um, the scene looks a little bit different if you can't tell, but hi, I'm really tired right now. Even though it's 11 o'clock in the morning where I am, I'm super tired. I don't know. I think just the holidays and like traveling has kind of taken it out of me. Um, which is fine. Like it happens. Good morning, Missy. How are you? I was gonna turn down my lights a little because I feel like they're really bright. So I feel like I look really bright on your screen, and I don't want to look that bright because I look really tired. That's my excuse. Anyways, hi, good morning. We're gonna be doing something a little different today. I mean, at least I will be. You guys can keep reading per usual as like you normally do. Let me make this the right size because I just realized it wasn't. Anyways, so this is a game. I say a game, it's not really a game, but this is a game called Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions, and what it's meant to do is be like a good like task Pomodoro type thing. You stayed up till 1 a.m. reading and then woke up at 8. What were you reading that had you like in its grips? You know what I mean? Like when you're like, I can't put it down. I have to finish this like next chapter, or like the next 3 chapters. So like it's like a mellow point. But anyways, so the what you're seeing in the background, it's called Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. It is through Steam. It's an app, like a game that you purchase through Steam. It's not like an actual app, at least as far as I know. It's not that you can like download. But it comes with, you know, music and these cute little scenes. So I redecorate it really quickly. It's not perfect, but I redecorate it for the holiday season for you guys, because before that it was like witchy vibes, Halloween season. Good evening, Radikisa. How are you? And so I'm gonna be working on productivity stuff today. I have a lot that I have to get done for actually like the wedding. Um, so I was like, you know what? I'm not like in the middle of a book right now where I'm like really want to read. So I'm gonna take today and be super productive. So what that also means is that we're gonna be doing longer sprints with shorter, or well, longer sprints and then a slightly longer break. So I wanted to explain that before we hop into it. So we're gonna do 3 sessions because I shoot for 3 hours today. So we're gonna do 3 sessions, 50 minutes long. If that is too long for you, break it up into like 25 on your own. Totally fine. We're gonna do 3 sessions though, 50 minutes long. We'll come back for the 10 and then we'll kind of chat. We'll check in. We'll just do our thing. And we're gonna do that 3 times. Okay? Yeah. So I normally do 25 and 5. So I just wanted to let you guys know we're gonna do 50 and 10. Does that work? Cool. In addition to that, you get this really cute background. Like I have little reindeer horns on my person. Like, I mean, like what? So anyways, you're reading Sunrise on the Reaping. You're really gripped by it. You're enjoying it, just trying to finish it. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah. So you're like on a deadline. That's like another way to get grip. Like, what book do you have to finish? Like, or like, do you want to finish? You never have to finish anything. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get the timer pulled up here. And we're gonna drag it over to here for you guys. If this lights up blue, this is part of like the gamification aspect, so you can ignore it. But as you can see, we're gonna do 50-minute sprints, 10 minutes, and then 3 times. Okay. I'm gonna go quiet, and the first like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna be filling out this app comes with some really nice features. So I'm gonna fill out my to-do list of all the things that I have to do today. Super fun times. And yeah, we'll go from there. So you want to finish 3 books before the new year? Yeah, so 2 other books for Misty. You love the bedspread. I know. And we don't really talk much about that, but I am a Slytherin. I have a snake tattoo. Oh, is that right? Can you even see it? I have to like turn my arm in a grotesque way. I'm a Slytherin, so I'm trying to figure out how to see that. There's a snake in there. Okay, anyways. That's why I did that. I was like, it's Christmassy, but also like not. Anyways, all right. Well, good luck with productivity today. And I hope that you guys also make some good progress in all your books because it sounds like we have lots to do. You're 71% in the audiobook. Okay. Yeah, so you're almost done. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's jump in. Let's get started. All right. Happy productivity. Happy reading. We have about 4 minutes left in this sprint, but yeah, Molly, that wasn't the plan. I'm also getting married in February, so and I work a full-time job. It wasn't the plan. I can go into more details on the in about 4 minutes once the sprint ends. So, but yeah. Hi though and welcome. Okay, hey everyone. So that is the end of our session. I'm gonna hit continue. So now we're on our short break. So we have about 10 minutes to chat, check-in, etc. So Molly, yes, I am running 2 year-long readathons. Um, it was not the plan. It is a little bit confusing because, I have like the one YouTube channel, but then we have, well, for the Stardew Valley one, we haven't done the Instagram yet for it. I haven't made, but I haven't posted anything to it. Um, so I have that one. And then we also have the Once Upon a Year Instagram. Then I also have my personal Instagram, and then I'm also getting married on top of everything. So it's a lot. It wasn't planned. Originally, I was just gonna be doing Once Upon a Year, and then the person that started Stardew Valley decided to permanently step back. And so that community was really great and like really strong, and kind of where I got my feet wet, so to say, with doing readathons. And so I was like, well, you know what? I don't want this to end. And everyone was kind of like, we don't know, what to do. And I was like, well, let me just like simplify it. But here's what I'm thinking. What are your thoughts? And that one is going to be heavily mod run. Like my mods over there are gonna be running it pretty much. I'm kind of on the back end. I did like the initial prompts and like setup for the year, but got the Discord set up, etc. But in terms of like fully running it, that one is kind of like my second priority. Once Upon a Year is my primary because I'm like the only person. So yeah, we do. We definitely have enough help. I have 11 mods, I think, for Once Upon a Year, which is like phenomenal. And then um over on Stardew, we kept it to 6, but those are kind of like the 6 core that we've had. Yeah, like we've had them like all last year for the most part too. So like I feel pretty strong about that. So yeah, but just like that's why I asked for like patience and grace. Like right now, I'm doing sprints, but I'm working on a bunch of wedding stuff. So we're getting married in February. So and it was like a very short. I got engaged in September. You read 13% Sunrise and the Reaping. So now you're, oh nice. You're almost done, Missy. That's a good, that's like a good amount. Um, but yeah, so I just have a lot. Yeah, I have a lot to, I mean, if you can't tell, like looking at my screen and my task list, like this is literally, so right now I actually moved this because I'm waiting for my aunts to like give the okay for the bridal shower design. I did finish it on my end, but I'm compiling all the addresses right now and like updating our final RSVP list because those came in, I think, on the 15th, but I was traveling for work. So there's a lot going on. That is all I will say. There is so much going on. I'm off this week from work as well, and I don't actually have to travel or like do anything. So I'm planning on doing a lot of recordings for like the next couple months that will need to get released and actually like going ahead of editing, scheduling them out. Um, I'm using a message scheduler, etc. So there is a lot going on though. So what I did is I did create my task list, which in and of itself needed a task, which is pretty bad, but like that's the mindset we have right now. I did create the invite design. A lot of people don't know. I actually went to school for graphic design. I know, right? Like readathon is first, marriage is second. Yeah, no, it's Dominic knows. He like knows how important it is to me. So thank you. Yeah, we got engaged at the end of September. So it's been a lot. We weren't gonna do a wedding and now we are, and it's a lot. It's fine. Our theme is like storybook theme, like fairy tale, medieval, like it's gonna be fine. And that's all I care about. So but yeah, so I also did create the shower invite design, and while doing that, I created like the language for the invite. So I'm just waiting for my aunts to confirm that they're good with it, and then I'm gonna print a test copy out with the sizing, make sure the text is all good, and then I'll print out the rest of them. So I figured while I wait for them, I will compile all the bridal shower addresses, marking off also like if people didn't respond, if they should get invited to the bridal shower, like all that stuff. So working on that right now and I'm hoping to actually get them all printed out. I don't know if I have enough stamps. It's kind of what I got to figure out, but and mailed out as well. Um, and then a couple other things for the wedding. So we're doing wildflower favor like wedding favors. So I have the design ready. I just need to print them off. And then I also need to figure out how I want to do like my seating cards. So because we're not gonna have holders. And then printing out like the ceremony and then the menu cards, which I spelled wrong. So this is kind of like my task list this week. Um, so I'm like trying to get, a lot done. We're out of coffee. I'm gonna have to get more coffee on the next on the on the next moment like break that we have or the I won't even wait for the next break. I'll do it once I get off mic. But yeah, it's a lot. So it's fun. I don't like always talk about it in Discord and or like I'll make like a side comment. So I'm like, I feel like if people don't realize like if they don't realize that I'm doing both, they're just like, "What?" And then they find out and they're like, "What the heck? Like, are you crazy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kind of. It's fine. That's alright." I think my one saving grace is that they're quarterly, so in terms of monthly releases, it's not that much. Yeah, thank you, because I need it, right? My cousin got me this I've never had a glass mug with like a or like cup with a glass straw and stuff, and she got it for me. I put cinnamon in it. It was really good. And it says, "I am snow cute." And I'm like, "This is adorable." And it has snowmen all over it. I'm like, "This is so cute. I love it." Um, but yeah, and then I work full time too. So a lot of people are like, "What?" So I work in marketing and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah." Start planning year 2026. Yeah, I so that's some of like what I did when I was at Dominic's grandma's house is I sat down and like started figuring out kind of like what are I don't love to like I'm not like a big like goal person because I feel like I always like growing up everybody like, "Oh, like what's your resolution?" and this and that, and then like day 2 I wouldn't do it and I'm like, "Well, whatever." And I feel like that just put me in like a really bad mindset even like as a kid and teen. So I kind of just look holistically at the year and I sort of figure out like what are, like, the big things this year that, like, I want to try to improve that are, like, bothering me? But then how can I do that in, like, a gentle way? And so a lot of what I did when I wasn't at our house was kinda doing that and, figuring out just, like, what are, like, those initial goals that I have and, um yeah, your first non-spreadsheet tracker for your reading. Yeah. We all need coffee. If I was rich, there would be signs. We would all get coffee gift cards right now. That's what I always say. If I was rich, there would be signs, but I'm not. Um, but yeah, so I kind of sat down, which I digitally plan like my daily planner and like my yearly planner and stuff. I do that all digitally on my iPad and then I have my reading journal and then I have like a writing journal or if I feel like writing something down, I can use that, but yeah, Missy, that's, like, how I felt too, so they aren't really necessarily like, they're goals, but they're just like, that's what they're called in my planner because that's, like, the title, but, like, it really it's more so, like, mindset and, like, as I said, like, that gentle, like, here are things to, like, keep in mind. Here are things that can, like, help you get to where you want to be without being like checklist focused or oriented or anything like that. And so it's like, it kind of gives more like recommendations and guidelines versus saying like do XYZ. Like I bite my nails, I still bite my nails. I've always bit my nails. And I used to always say, I want to stop biting my nails this year. And then like day 2, I would be biting my nails. So it's one of those things where it's like I try not to set them either because I feel like it just, I don't know, creates like negative energy that I don't want. And so for me, a lot of it is like, if you're having like a high energy day, here are like some recommended things that you can do, but if you don't do them, it's okay. So think you'll keep at least some of your bookish goals. Yeah. I did set bookish goals. I haven't released a video yet. we'll kind of wait a second. Although that sound will keep going off, but I don't think you guys can hear it anyways. I did set bookish goals this year, which I'm gonna do a YouTube video on them. But let me see. I think I did like 8. Did I do 8? But like I feel more again, like they're not necessarily goals, they're like guidelines still. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, I did 8, but like some of them are like content goals where like things that I like to do monthly that like when I do them, I feel really good about it. Um and then some of them are just like things that I like did this past year that I want to continue doing. Um and the biggest one that's like a hard goal is I did read 80 books in 2026. I did 75 this year. I also put that I want to review every book I read, even if it's just a matter of saying I felt meh about this book. I don't really have much else to write or something like that. Just reviewing every book I read so that way I like actually process and think about them. Um, I don't know what that is, Molly. What's the bingo board from Heck? I don't know what that is. Yeah, and like if I don't hit 80 books, I won't be like disappointed in myself. I'll just be like, whatever. Because like I don't care. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna read what I want to read. And if I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. And that's like the thing that you guys will start to notice about me with the readathons is like I don't like if you read a book in December that counted for Q1 stuff, like I will not be like, no, you can't do that. I do not care. If that's like the best way for you and it helps you like complete and feel accomplished for like the year, do it. Like I like the whole point is just to get you to read more and to challenge what you're reading to help you read down your TBRs, whatever it is. Like that's why I like prompts and challenges because it helps me expand what I'm reading and it gives me something to read for versus just like myself, because if it's just myself, I'm less likely to pick a book up. And instead I'll play a game or I'll do a craft or something like that. And it's like, but I have so many books that I need to read, so it's like I can't just ignore them. I hope that makes sense. Sorry for my spiel. I did put on here that I want to this past year I focused on standalones. This year I want to focus on series. So I want to finish 6 series. I do want to begin one high fantasy series, which I've already decided which one I'm going to do. Um uh oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to look for it. Um I already decided I'm going to do The Faithful and the Fallen. So I'm going to start out with Malice. The biggest thing that's like a monthly thing is I want to film my TBR cart refreshes every month, and I like doing those. I'm just bad at doing them. And then the biggest change from this past year to this year is I want to skip the monthly readathon overload. I feel like I was trying to do so much and I like got oh I can't remember what they are honestly, so that was a good call. I got you though. I know what you mean. You mean hell. I got you. And so I feel like every month, like month to month, I was like trying to do too much monthly, and then I like lost sight of my yearlies and my quarterlies. So I kind of want to like quiet that noise and focus on my quarterly, yearly readathons. So, which is perfect for how I set up Stardew and Once Upon a Year. Okay, sorry. The timer, I can hear the timer in the background and it's like, you're talking too long. And it like keeps on yelling at me. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our next sprint. Again, these are longer sprints today since I'm doing more like productivity stuff. We're going to do 50 minutes again. We'll be back after the 50 minutes for 10 minutes of chatting and everything. Happy productivity, happy reading. I hope you guys feel accomplished and successful in this next sprint. And if you have any questions or need anything, feel free to pop them in the chat and I will respond. I'm a talker too. You're good. It's fine. I always take too long on our breaks. So it happens. Get me on a topic, I will rant. So all right, let's go ahead and continue here and then I will go silent and I will turn up the music for you guys to enjoy if you want to. Okay, how did we do? Welcome back, everyone. Hi, Mashu. Sorry. I see that you're off to dinner. Totally fine. We're doing longer sprints today, so that's like why I didn't interject. Anyways, but hi, hello. I hope your dinner is well, and it sounds like a great day to be outside. Um, it is so nice outside right now. It's not sunny, like it's overcast. It looks like winter outside, but the temperature is super warm. Okay, so I finalized the bridal shower addresses and like my notes and all that. There are 32 households that we're inviting, so I need to count how many envelopes we have to make sure I have enough. And I realized that I did the wrong size, so I need to just like redo the size of the invites, and then we should be able to print them off, and hopefully I get them all printed off today. So, 3, 4, 5. Oops, 3. I really hope I have enough. I don't want to buy more envelopes. Guys, we might be like right on it. Hold on. 4. So this is what, 25? Oh, we are so close. Okay, we have 33 envelopes. Great. Great. Yeah, what time is it supposed to rain? Novel Nomad. She lives near me. She's my IRL friend. So she'll know. She'll know the details that I have not looked at yet today. I did see that we have a wind warning. That popped up on my like phone. Anyways, so the next like big thing after we get the bridal shower invites and envelopes printed, which I might wait to print those just so I can like focus on them and make sure that they're good to go. I might go ahead and start figuring out the seating cards. So Love in the Time of Serial Killers Today. I know, right? It's like so funny. I love that book. Like I didn't rate that book super high. But, like, if you take it for what it is, like, I love that book so much. It lives rent free in my head. I'm in, Northern Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati. I grew up in Cincinnati, so, you finished watching a holiday baking challenge? Nice. That's awesome. Like the British one? Like the British holiday baking show challenge one? Yeah. Um and obviously, like, I have, like, Midwest accent. So first off, I have the West Side Cincinnati accent. I grew up on the West Side of Cincinnati. If you know anything about that, we actually do have an accent, which people are like, "What?" Like, I didn't know it existed until I got to college, and I met people from the East Side because you don't meet people from the East Side, like, that doesn't happen. Like 8 PM. Okay, so we still got plenty of time. So anyways, oh, sweet, nice. Hello. So anyways, I have, like, the West Side Cincinnati accent, so I have, like, a twang sometimes. It's fine. You can especially hear it when I say things like "ask," like that "yeah" noise. Oh, the American Food Network one? Okay. Alright, I don't think I've watched that one. I don't have cable, so probably not. But anyways, but I say pop instead of soda or Coke. I say pop. I say crayon. What else do I say? What are other words that Midwest people say weird? I definitely do like the "yeah, no," or like the like like that's like a thing where like someone will ask a question, you're like, "Yeah, no, that's not," but they're like, "But you said yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I meant no." But it's like, "Yeah, no." Like that's definitely like an Ohio, Cincinnati, Midwest thing. So anyways, so I always say that I'm the furthest eastern state in the Midwest. That's what I always say. So anyway, so for our place cards or like our seating cards, I don't know what they're called. Are they called place cards? Guys, I'm struggling with this. Anyways, what we're going to do is I'm basically going to put everything. This is a napkin. So it's going to have like the silverware obviously in it and all that. But what I'm doing is okay, you're just weird because you're from here too, and you say soda. What is that? You're weird. But so what I want to do is the place card or the menu cards and then the ceremony cards, I'm gonna put like back like in here. And then we're gonna do probably like our seed packet, like our favor, so that I can make sure everybody gets them because, you know, I want to make sure like I feel like I always forget to take a favor or I'm like, is the centerpiece a favor? No, don't take my shit because my books are gonna be on the centerpiece. So don't take my Anyways, so I'm gonna put them all in here and it's gonna just be like a nice little package. And then we're gonna have forks and obviously like silverware in here. So on top of that, so what I'm trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out what like how I want to do like the cards for people to know where they sit because we're doing a seating chart because I'm that type of person. Um and I like what I'm thinking, we'll see if it works. I'm thinking that we like fold a card in half, right? Like a piece of paper in half, and I put it here. So, like, the name will be here, and this will be sitting on top of the plates and everything, but the name will be here, and basically where it folds, that'll, like, hold it in place back here without using tape or anything. That's my thought. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but so I need to figure out the size. 1, I need to figure out the size of this part to make sure that I can put, like, the car all the stuff in here basically. So I need to figure that out and like resize those things if I did them too large. I think I kept the size in mind when I made them, but anyways. So I need to figure that out and then I need to figure out the size of the place cards as well or seating cards. Whatever they're called. Also, Molly, Missy, anyone, novel nomad, I cuss all the time, but like I also like try to keep my stuff like kind of friendly 'cause I can't control if children find me. It's a sad world. Anyways, but I do cuss all the time. I have a mouth of a sailor. So, in fact, I have a mug somewhere. I need to find it and post a video or post a photo on Discord of the mug that I have that says something about like cussing like a sailor. Like it says something like I have the mouth of a sailor. It's great. I love it. Anyways, we have 2 minutes left. Missy got 9% read this time. I mean, that's still like a pretty good amount. Yeah, I haven't had lunch yet. I'm waiting on Dominic to get home. He does HEMA, which is historical European martial arts. I told him he needs to get on the Book Talk girls because they would fall in love. He wears armor and longsword. So HEMA is like basically using medieval weapons for like fencing, learning the techniques, all of that. So it's fencing, but it's not like Olympic fencing. It's fencing with like, like the big swords that they use in like Game of Thrones and stuff. It's one of those, like a long sword. It's one of those, like a medieval long sword. So he does that on Sundays. He teaches. So he's doing that, and I really hope he brings us home lunch because he normally does. And if he does, I'm gonna be really excited. That's like it's like I normally cook all of our meals, so what? You can't say "P"? Oh my gosh. I try to censor myself, but sometimes I forget to. So I'll just say it and then not actually say it. Um, I say "P" all the time. I would never think to call pee urine. Like, who am I talking to if I say urine? I don't know. So, I call Charlie's poop poo-poo. Like, "Did you take a big poo-poo outside?" "Yeah, you did." So she would not be my friend. Anyways, so yeah, so we have lots to do. I have not made as much progress as I wanted to. I've been really focused, but there's just so much. And this is where I really struggle. I know we only have 20 seconds left. I promise not to overtalk too much. Where I really struggle with task lists and getting things done is I never know how much time to allot to that task. Does anybody else struggle with that? What's a workaround? Give me tips, give me advice. Cause like we have 11 tasks and I've done 4. So there's an issue. There's an issue with time commitments and allotments here. Um, anyways. All right. Okay, back to focus time. Let's go. As I said, if you are just joining us and you're joining us late, we are doing 50-minute sprints with 10-minute breaks. This is our last one. I will pop on before we end, I promise. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, you want to share what you're working on or what you're reading, let me know. And well, yeah, just get to it. Like, let's party. Woo, woo, woo. The caffeine is kicking in. Yeah, woo. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, we already hit time. How? Okay. Well, I do have good news. Okay, so let me turn off the. How do I see the music on here? There we go. Okay. Just because it'll like keep going and it's distracting. So, anyways, guys, we got a new like spirit thing. Let me see what we got. Chapter pillar, cute. Okay, I don't know which one we got, but Goopy we've had. I think chapter pillar is the new one because I don't remember having them. So cute. Anyways, okay. Um, yeah. See, this is like the gamification side. How do we do? Okay, Missy finished her book. Mashu said that dinner was excellent. Great. That's so good to hear. I'm super happy. And I finished. What all did I finish? Okay, so I did create my seating card data sheet. What I'm doing right now, which I was like freaking out about, is I'm trying to do my data merge and it doesn't want to work. And I don't know why. And it's really frustrating. So if you didn't know, when you use design software, there is a way that you can basically do data merges, which what that does is it'll make your life super easy. Basically, you have a .csv, which is a form of an Excel file where you have like every column and you have to split all the data out, which can take some time. There are tips. This would be a great time to use ChatGPT, honestly, because it can help with that, with like coding and stuff if you need help, if you're not like a pro Excel user. Um, and anyways, and so um it basically will like autofill wherever you say, like if you have first name, last name, then it'll take like every row and every cell that it matches and it'll go joop, 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 and it auto does it for you. And it makes it super easy to do like envelopes if you send Christmas or holiday cards or invites for birthdays or whatever. It literally, it's so easy. It's super nice. So, what else did we do? So Molly, okay, so Novel Nomad finished her book, right? It's just like a super nice, refreshing. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I am going to do like ranking every book that I read in 2025, and I'm going to talk about the book that Novel Nomad just read, which is Love in the Time of Serial Killers. But yeah, so um Molly got some dishes clean. I don't know what Ryan Hall y'all weather reporting is, so now I'm gonna have to look at it because it sounds like it's probably intriguing. You have 2 more to hopefully finish for the end of the year. You can do it, Misty. I have faith in you. You can do it. How about that? Just like you guys have faith in me that I can get all this stuff done for the wedding. This is honestly probably what I'm be working on most of the day today is all of this stuff and then a few updates to Discord, to both servers. I think we're gonna add in a ticketing system. That way if someone doesn't feel comfortable like submitting something in Discord for everyone to see, they can submit a ticket instead. So we're going to probably be implementing that on both of the servers. That suggestion came through actually from a mod on Stardew. I like it. I've used them, like I've set them up in the past, but they weren't heavily used, so I didn't think we needed it. But I'm kind of thinking that now we do because guys, these servers are huge. I mean, they're not huge. They're not like Aurelium. That's like in the thousands. But for me, little lowly me, who thought there was going to be like 25 people doing this with us, there is, last I checked, we were just shy of 300 people in the, yeah, we're at 296 members for the Once Upon a Year readathon server, and we're at 240 for the Stardew Valley. Like, what? You guys are killing it with letting people know about this. It makes me really, really excited. Just to have that many people interested who can engage with us and whatnot. If you're on the Once Upon a Year readathon, I did post a little poll today. If you're doing, I know, right? I'm like, I mean, I there are a lot of duplicates. There's a lot of people doing both, especially once they like learned that I was running both. They joined both. Um, but still, I'm like, okay, but like if we don't include the duplicates, that's like 500 people who give a shit about what I'm posting. Anyway, at least in the servers, at least in the servers, like right. So, anyways, so I'm like, I have to like stay on top of it. I have to show up. I have to show up for you guys, but I love it because it gives me something to do. Not that I'm not busy or anything, but, like, I love it. Anyways, so I'm gonna be working on a couple of things with that. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be recording a lot. Since I'm off all week, I am most likely gonna be, like, hardcore running sprints, even if they're just, like, virtual ones in Discord. Most likely on the Once Upon a Year one, but just check both, and if you wanna join, you can. Um, and then I'm trying to think. The YouTube playlist of readathons? Oh, nice. I haven't come across her, so I'm gonna have to look her up because anyone that, like, posts our stuff, I thank them. There is one girl, it's Pages with Paige. She's how I used to find my readathons and how I still find some today. So she already has the Once Upon a Year one. I think I need to submit the Stardew one still to her for January. Hopefully, she hasn't done that video yet. She probably has. So if so, I'll just comment on there like, "Hey guys, we're doing this as well." Um, but yeah, same. Yeah, same. Same. When I actually decided on the theme for Once Upon a Year, um, my one mod who kind of helped me get things up and running, Vishnork, if you see her in Once Upon a Year Discord, she's a mod there. She's also a mod at Stardew. She was the one that introduced me to the Cozy with Readathons Discord, and I like scrolled through and I tried to make sure like is anybody else doing like storybook slash loose fairy tale inspired type of readathons, and I didn't see any that were, like, recent, so I was like, "Okay, I think that's the theme I'm gonna do." But yeah, and I think we also need to post the started one in there. So I need to make I that's what I mean, like, I have a couple of tasks I gotta do for the readathon, this week to knock out, and then obviously wedding stuff, and I wanna get my house clean. I normally try to do a deep clean in December, like, around this time where I just get everything kinda, like, reset for the year. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be busy. So that's why I said like I'm gonna be running, sprints most likely in Discord throughout the day. It might not be like all day sprints, but just, for a few hours while I knock some stuff out, chunks of time. I really like doing them when I'm cleaning too. So it really helps me to like stay focused when I'm cleaning. So yeah, um so we'll get it all figured out, but I hope that you guys had a great day. Thank you so much for joining. You think Stardew is listed? Yeah, I'll double check it. I'll double check. Yeah, I'm gonna be on my computer working today, so I'll double check it versus my laptop. My laptop is if I'm not sitting like here like this with my headphones and stuff on, I'm streaming from my laptop and like my camera. So just that's, like, the difference. That's why, like, my mic might sound different because this is a much nicer night mic and stuff, so that's, like and I share my screen more and stuff like that, but, yeah, we obviously still have a quite a bit to do. Um, what's nice is when I go to print stuff, I don't really have to, like, watch it, like Yeah, you're welcome, Missy. I mean, like, that's why we're here. I try to explain this concept to, um like, to my sister and my family, and they, like, didn't get it, and I'm like, "It's just body doubling." It's like holding yourself accountable, and, like, my mom does the same thing, but she watches, like, cleaning YouTubes to get herself in the mood to clean. I'm like, it's exactly that, except we're, like, just working on different stuff, or maybe reading, we might be cleaning, like, it just depends, and it's just a matter of, like, holding yourself accountable, checking back in, taking the break when you're supposed to take the break, and then, like, resetting and saying, "Okay, like, now I'm gonna focus again." And I'm like, "That's, like, the whole point of these. They're it's not magic, it's nothing like that, like, this is the whole point." So, um, yeah, and then the thing that's nice when I'm printing is I can just let it print. Once I get them like set up, I can just say, okay, print X amount of copies and call it a day. So it is the printing stuff that I have here pretty straightforward and easy. Um, So probably gonna kind of sit here for a little, try to knock these things out, see if I can get this data merge to work because it doesn't want to work right now and I don't know why. Um, which is really frustrating. Um, it's only loaded two fields, and I don't know what's going on. It's because Canva bought Affinity, and then they created like an all-in-one, and I don't know. I think I need to maybe watch a YouTube on how to use this now because I it's not it's supposed to output and like I don't know, and it's just not working. So, but anyways, so yeah, so I'll be working on that stuff. So if you guys need anything in the meantime on Discord, feel free to at me. As I said, I'm gonna be on there. I'll have it pulled up. I'll have notifications turned on. So I'll be in Discord. Otherwise, though, thank you so much for joining. I love the engagement. Even if you have days where you're quieter, that's totally fine as well. I hope that you were successful today in reading your productivity, whatever it is that you were trying to achieve. I hope that you achieved it. And if you didn't, that's okay. Like there's still tomorrow. Like it's okay if you didn't do everything you wanted to do. We're not here to criticize or judge people, and we're just here to create a safe space for you to hopefully get some stuff done. Um, so yeah, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much again for joining. And we will be back, I believe, on Tuesday at 7 o'clock at night EST. And then I think on I'm trying to remember my schedule. Let me look at the calendar. And then I think so I haven't decided what I'm doing for New Year's Eve. If I am not doing anything, I probably will do reading sprints on the 31st from 7 to 9 again, like I normally do. And then we're gonna do a 4-hour reading sprint to start the new year, focused and ready to go on the first. That'll be during the day. And then I know starting the first week in January, my stream schedule is gonna change for live sprints. It's gonna move to Tuesday, Thursday. They changed one of my workout class times and it's now on Wednesdays, so I have to move it. So it'll be Tuesday, Thursday. You guys will see that reflected in the Discords. Um, so yeah, any questions at all, feel free to reach out though. Bye. Have a great Sunday. Have a happy holiday. If I don't see you, have a happy new year. And once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Bye.